One time in high school, my friend got on the bus with an egg in her pocket, and I'm like, hey dude, why do you have an egg in your pocket? And she's like, oh, I need it for science class, which was her last class of the day. Maybe you shouldn't keep an egg in your pocket, I said. You might break it. She's like, nah, it's fine. I got it. We separate. An eternity later, at the end of the day, we get back on the bus and she walks up with a soggy plastic bag full of clothes and smelly yellow liquid, wearing a completely different outfit than this morning and carrying an egg carton in her hand. She angrily sits and tells me, I broke the first egg falling down the stairs, so I went to the nurse and called my mom to bring me more eggs. So she brought me 2 more eggs, but I was sitting in class and accidentally clacked them together. And then I went back to the nurse looking like I peed my pants and had to call my mom again to bring me more eggs. So she brought me a whole carton just in case, and now I have this bag of egg yolk and clothes. I look at her distressed. Okay, well, it can't sit on the seat with us.
I'm gonna tell you guys why I don't keep food in my room anymore. At least why I don't keep this particular food in my room anymore. So when I was a kid, my dad used to leave the country a lot. Every time he would come back, he'd always bring us some sort of goodie. It'd always be like bracelets, t-shirts, and candy. One time after a trip to, I think it was Dominican Republic, brought us back a bunch of lollipops. These are not normal lollipops like you're thinking in your head. These are these giant brown flat lollipops. Now, instead of eating them, me and my sister decided it would be best to hoard them. Yes, that's right, keep them in our room for as long as possible. For what purpose? I don't know. I think it was probably like, no, we can't eat them now. If something happens and we need them. Bruh. It's not every day that we got candy, apparently. So we kept them in our room. We kind of put them on display, up against the wall, right in between both of our beds, in this very room. This time I was about 6? My sister's about a year and a half older than me, so she was like 7, I guess. Now, these lollipops were given to both of us. They were displayed equally distanced between both of our beds, because they belonged to us both. I'm not really sure how this happened. But one night, me and my sister went to bed, but then my sister started tossing and turning. Calls out for my mom. My mom comes and she's like, what's wrong? Oh God, I'm ready. This is part 2 of why I don't keep food in my room anymore. So my mom came into our room. She asked my sister, hey, what's wrong? She was like, oh, my body, I'm itchy. Mom's like, oh, maybe there's a mosquito. My sister's like, no, it's all over. She moves my sister out of the bed. Maybe it's your bed. She looks at her blanket. Oh my gosh, there's ants here. She shakes the blanket. Ants crawl everywhere. Under her pillow, ants. She lifts the mattress. Guys, her bed was infested with ants. Why? There was the faintest trail leading to our lollipops. My mom's like, hey, you get out of the bed. So I got out of bed, they checked my bed, was completely clean. There was one measly ant, literally one, one. My bed had no issues. Sister could not sleep there. So they ended up throwing our lollipops away and we were devastated. And my sister got a lot of unnecessary ant bites and I didn't get any. It's okay, because every time we go outside, I get swarmed with mosquitoes and she doesn't get bit at all. Damn, bye.
So we all know every school has a bully. At my school, our bully was Brayton Smith. Everyone was scared of him because he was known to enjoy beating people up. Sometimes it seemed like even adults were scared of him too. I was terrified of Brayton, so I just got smart and became his friend. It wasn't always easy being Brayton's friend though. He punched me for no reason, I had to laugh at all of his jokes or he'd give me the look, and he always ate my lunches. But it was worth it. At least I didn't have to worry about him beating me up like other kids did. But one day, Brayton and our classmate Zai started teasing each other. Zai's jokes were so funny, and I chuckled at one of them. I looked at Brayton and Brayton was giving me the look. He told me to come here and I did because he's my friend. Then he put a pencil on his shoulder and said, knock the pencil off. I thought it was a joke, so I knocked the pencil off. You know what that means? I'ma beat you up after school. My eyes lit up. Notice he didn't say we're gonna fight. He said he's gonna beat me up. Oh, he's confident. When the last bell rung, I was the first person out the school. I hopped on my bike and pedaled like I stole something. So let me finish the story. After Brayton Smith said he was gonna beat me up, I avoided him for a whole week. I heard he was getting more and more mad every day, and I just didn't understand. Why does Brayton want to beat me up? I didn't do anything to the guy. Knock the pencil off. It must have been his favorite pencil. So I thought, hey, I'll buy him new pencils and then we can be friends again. So the next day after lunch, we were outside and Brayton started walking up to me. Cool, I can give him the pencils. My friends later told me that when he got up to me, he said, are you ready? I didn't hear him because I was reaching in the bag to get the pencils. When I looked up, he punched me in my face. I was already on the ground, so all I could do was cover my face.
Oh, somebody help me!
The teacher was scared of Brayton, so he called security. They finally got him off of me, and he was suspended from school. I was treated like a hero because now everyone could walk around the school in peace. That is until Brayton's suspension is over. We all knew, in a matter of days, Brayton would be back.
I'm 16 years old, and last year when I was walking home from school, I saw 2 little kids that couldn't be older than 9 were walking home a little bit in front of me. I assumed they were brother and sister. Anyway, me being so much bigger with longer legs, I eventually started to catch up to them, and right when I was about to turn off into my street, I noticed a car pulled up next to them and asked them to get in. My heart stopped when I heard the older one say, "But mister, we don't know you." After that I kept walking towards them and screamed out, "Lucy, Mark," because I didn't know their actual names, and they both looked at me. I ran up and said, "Guys, don't run off on me like that. Stay close." I pretended like I didn't see the car pulled up next to them and walked with them until the car drove off. They asked me who I was, but I just kept telling them to be quiet until the man goes away. When the guy left, I told them not to talk to strangers and walked them home.